Hey everybody, Bobby Murray here. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've been on video, and I used to do a Facebook Live video every day, and I used to do Instagram, and I Snapchat, and I do Instagram stories, and then I do Periscope / Twitter Live stuff, and there's just a lot of stuff out there. And now, Instagram invented stories, and now Facebook has stories and snapping and filters and all this kind of stuff. And you're like, oh my God, like how do I keep track of it? Now, I've been off for a while, and mostly because, I had the momentum and I was talking to people and I really engaged with people, which was really, really awesome. But then I kind of lost my momentum from my daily posts because, life happens. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, how do you keep up? But I'm feeling the last 2 weeks have been very stressful for me, but now I'm back and I have a lot of more free time to focus on helping people. So let's talk about this. Just now, Facebook started this brand new thing with posts and Snapchat type things. Does that make Snapchat dead? No. I mean, if you talk to any young people, they'll be like, you know what? I don't want to talk on Snapchat, or I don't want to talk on Facebook. I want to talk about Snapchat. So there are people out there that want to talk on Snapchat and not Facebook. There are people that want to talk on Periscope and Twitter Live and not on Facebook. There's people that want to talk on Facebook but not on Instagram Stories. I mean, there's just so much stuff there. Hey guys, hey Nadeem, good to see you. Thanks Dan for joining, and thanks Cheryl. There's a lot of stuff out there. Like, God, it's so overwhelming. Now, I'm a social media guy, and I'm on everything. Like, that. But you still have to, you got to scale it back. I remember eventually there was a point when Vine, I was like, you know what, I can't do Vine anymore. This is crazy. And I stopped posting on Pinterest. And now, now that there's Snapchat and there's Instagram and there's Facebook, it's like, do I need to do stories on every single platform? I don't think so. So you have to, the first thing I'll say is that, first off, you don't have to post anything if you don't want to. There are people who are on Twitter, on Facebook, on Snapchat, and they specifically don't post. They just stroll and they stream, check out the feeds. They learn, they listen, they read, and that's fine. If you want, it can be overwhelming. If you just want to read and listen, that's fine. 80% of you should be actually listening and reading to what's going on as opposed to trying to talk. I haven't actually been talking on Facebook Live it's been about a month or so since I've really been doing stuff. And then on top of that, I started, posting on Snapchat, save the video, post the same thing on Instagram, and then post on Facebook. It's like, what is the point of that? Why am I doing the same? Now, some people say, well, you shouldn't post the same thing on every stream. Well, it's hard not to because it's the same content at the same time, so you want to be everywhere, and I get that. And so when I look at my 7,000, Instagram followers, and I look at my Snapchat feed, and I look at everything else, I feel like, okay, maybe I should post everywhere, but you don't have to. I did try Vine, but what happened was Vine 6 seconds, Instagram showed up, and next thing you know, it's like 30 seconds. Well, too bad Vine made you obsolete. Well, 1 to 3 platforms. It's a good question, Cheryl. The question really is about what's your objective? What's your target? Do you just want to hang with your friends? Then just pick one where your friends are. Do you want to build a business? Then maybe you have to do more. It's the same social media activity and advice I give to everybody. Focus on what your objective is, number one. Number two, then what's your target? Who's the target? Where are they? Then you can think about it. For people like me and you, Cheryl, we're social media experts and video people. So I think we have to do probably more. We have to try to do more than most people. But 1 to 3 is something that's not overwhelming for everybody else. So 1 to 3 is enough for people that they can feel good about it. And again, if you like this discussion, comment below, share the likes and hearts. Let's get people part of the conversation because I want people to share their thoughts. Actually, working with Cheryl has been really interesting because she's a video marketing person. I'm a social media who's been adopting video, and we're working on actually content on how to help people with video content and how to build an audience and how to build a brand. And we're actually doing a webinar on Monday. But what's interesting is through the analysis, I'm learning that everyone has different targets, different objectives, and now we're overwhelmed. I'm getting overwhelmed because now I don't want to. Yeah, again, if your objective, Nadeem, is business results, great. There are people who are on Facebook that just want to talk about their challenges, their issues. I agree, Tim. 3 is good, but then the question is, do you do videos and do you do snaps? Do you do short videos? What exactly do you do? Do you post on YouTube? Thanks, Nadeem, for sharing. I appreciate that. So where do you decide? So again, let's go back to the beginning. Number 1, what's your objective? I want to just talk to my friends about, my health issues. I share stuff about my eating and my food, and so that's important to me. But that's just for my Facebook friends. I want to talk about business, so then maybe there's a way for you to share videos on LinkedIn. There's also YouTube, right? I mean, generally, I'll tell you my process. Okay, my process typically is I will do a Facebook Live like this, or a Twitter slash. Actually, my right now my technique is this: I will do a 1 to 2 minute Facebook or Twitter slash Periscope Live on Twitter to say just a nugget of the day. Then I'll do a similar 2 to 3 minute one on my Facebook Biz page, Bobby Umar Leadership and Development. And then I'll come on here in Facebook Live with my personal friends and my personal network, because you're the ones that care more about to share. And I start a conversation for 10 minutes. I'll share that conversation, and then I'll share those negatives. If I thought it was a good session, I'll then upload to YouTube, and now I have a database of all the stuff on my YouTube channel. But yeah, there's Snapchat, and there's Instagram stories, and then Facebook stories, and Instagram Live, and it's like, my God, like, what do you do? So it's important for you to really think about that and take the time to understand your target, your objective, and then pick the platforms that make sense for you, that you're comfortable with, because otherwise you're just going to get overwhelmed. There's just so much stuff. Even myself, I was doing 3 different platforms daily. I was trying to do one on Twitter slash Periscope. I was doing one on my Facebook Biz page, and I was going to do one on my personal Facebook Live here. And I just stopped, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So, and part of it is the numbers. You watch the thing, you see how many people are live, you're like, oh, I don't know if people are interested, or do they care what I have to say? No one's liking it, no one's commenting. I mean, this one, at least people are commenting, and I see there's 5 people on here, so that's great. Sometimes there's nobody there, and you're like, I don't know, I don't feel like doing this anymore. So I understand how challenging it is for people, but again, we have to do what we can to, if you have a message and you want to share and connect with people, then video is amazing. Like, there's interaction. I feel like you're there. Like, just so powerful. I mean, pictures worth 1,000 words. A 1 minute video is worth 1.8 million words, according to Forrester's research. Can't beat that. So that's the reason why I'm here. I wanted to come back. I want to try to get back into the swing of things of sharing videos. I'd love to know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, people do that, though. People actually take 3 devices and they stream at the same time, and they set them all up, and they do that. It's hilarious. And if you're trying to get business results, as Nadim keeps referring to, you got to pick the 1 or 2 platforms and can just kind of build on that and build and build and build. And I think that's going to help you out in a much more efficient way. And if you have any questions on which platform to use, or how to use it, or how to best use video, how to make it impactful, how to create authentic connection, comment below, ask the questions, let me know, and I will do that. And the last thing I'll say is, I'm sharing a lot of these comments and a lot of my content now on a new page called the Power of Connection Group. If you want to join there and ask me any question about relation building, networking, connections, whether for your career, for your business, or for your personal life, ask there, and I'm happy to answer any question. That's where I'm sharing my expertise. That's where I'm sharing my brand, and I invite you to join me there. All right, so thanks so much for spending time with me. I'm going to be trying to be back here every day around 5:30, and I'm going to share my thoughts, and I'll take your questions and comments below. All right, wish you guys all the best. Have a wonderful night. Talk soon.